I want to thank each and every single one of you for working so hard this week. Ambassador McMahon, who's here today, the Irish ambassador, looking at the video, might have thought for a minute there was more fun acting than there was building. But you and I know how hard you have worked. We've had an amazing week between the soccer and the visit by President Zuma. But the highlight, I know, for all of us is that few precious minutes at the end of the week when you get to see one of the families whose lives you have changed. Whether it was that chap in the wheelchair, or whether one of the several mothers of 3, 4, or 5 children, look what you have done once again. There are 600 of us in this room, but there are 600 people. We thought 500 was going to be our target. It's closer to 600 people are going to be spending their first ever nights in their new homes because of each of you. So I applaud everything you've done. You couldn't have worked harder. You couldn't have worked as better teams. And this may have been our last trip, but so many of you have made it our best trip. We're going out in style. Style of people who come and work hard and play hard, people who are committed right to the very, very last hour of the last day to keeping high the standard that we have worked so high to earn over the past decade. There's so much and so many people I want to thank, and I hope you'll just indulge me for a couple of minutes to thank a few people individually. If I could start at the very beginning, I am very proud that my old friend Kenny Tockway is here this evening. Kenny, can you stand up? Kenny was the community leader who inspired me in Imizambietu on the very first day I walked into that township. He is a great South African, and Kenny, I'm so proud of you and everything you've done for your people for so many years. Without the warm welcome you gave me, perhaps this day here today would never have happened. Well done, Kenny. Could I ask now, particularly on the night in question, this, our last volunteer trip to build houses in South Africa, could I ask the foremen who have worked so hard all week just to come here to the centre for a moment? You guys are the reason that our trip works year after year. You're the finest bunch of individuals for whom no praise would be good enough. If I could ask the room to be upstanding and let us give a true round of appreciation to these amazing men. Well done. Now, these guys would be the first to say they couldn't do their job without the amazing team leaders who work so hard behind them. So, could I ask the team leaders to please join your foremen? A special thank you on behalf of all the volunteers. Every single effort you made all week made our trip such a fantastic week. Everybody knows we don't want anybody to get injured, but it reassures all of us the quality of medical people that support our mission. So could I now ask all the medical people to please come up central. So, guys and girls, thank you for everything you've done. You are the heart of our charity. Well done, ladies and gentlemen, well done. All the people who have to go up to the compound for various types of reasons have seen the huge effort every year that the Mellon Housing Initiative, our South African staff, put into the trip every year. If I could ask one particular person to be upstanding, I've had an amazing friend for several years here. She's a South African woman. She works tirelessly, and so do the staff who work with her, to promote the spirit of volunteerism, to the point now that half of all our volunteers are South African. And the person that I'm asking you to be upstanding for is the reason we now have 18,000 volunteers. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Nuki Koos. If I could now ask all MHI, Mellon Housing Initiative staff, to please come out and stand here with Nuki so we can say thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, these staff work so hard so that you have a great trip every year. And what some of the new volunteers may not know, but this is the heart of our permanent operation in South Africa. The people you see here this year have constructed 3,000 houses in your absence. 3,000 homes. So, guys, you know how proud I am of all of you and the effort you make. And on my behalf and the volunteers, now at the end of 10 years of effort, I want to say a heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you. Thank you. If I could now ask to join our MHI staff, could I ask the NMTT, the Niall Mellon Township Trust staff in Ireland, to please come forward. I'm very lucky that on both sides of the Atlantic to have incredible staff. My staff in Dublin regularly say how much they love our volunteers. They talk about the friendships they've accumulated with so many of you over so many years. It isn't about money, it's about pride and friendship and loyalty and just recognizing how much that they know you've put in so much effort and they don't want to let you down. Thank you, guys and girls, for the huge effort you've made for such a great trip. We know that throughout the different events this week, it tends to be dominated by talk about the Irish volunteers. But the Irish volunteers know how special our trip is, that friends with similar values from around the world have joined our journey. And whether you're from the USA, or Wales, or Scotland, or England, or the Netherlands, or Germany, or China, or Lithuania, you have made our trip special. So could I now ask all people from other countries than Ireland to come in the centre so we, the Irish, can praise you. And I always forget one country when I'm naming a number, and I forgot Canada, so for the Canadians, you're here. Within this group are all special people, and I hope nobody will mind me singling out one particular family. One of the most generous families to have supported us for a number of years are the Morans. And absent tonight, but very much in our hearts, is the elder stateswoman of that family, an absolutely incredible woman, Mrs. Betty Moran. And Betty, we're thinking of you tonight, and so proud that your family are here with you. Thank you, guys. We have our medical team are supported by South African medics. The video that you've watched tonight was done by two South Africans, Grant and Mark. Many of you met Evan and John and Roscoe, who are doing a documentary that's going to be aired next year on Irish television. Many of you have seen this evening, you know, the hospitality we've received from some of the other firms who are helping us here tonight. So, and again, apologies if I forget anybody else. The media team, Val, and everybody who's been a part of that. To everybody else on the circumference of what we're doing who helped to make our overall event so special. Thank you to all of you people. Thank you. I'm not going to keep you too much longer. It is the end of our journey. We've spoken about it lots this week. I know there's confusion what lies ahead in Kenya, what you'll be doing, whether you'll be teaching or building. If I could just summarize it very simply, anybody who comes to Kenya next year will be experiencing a similar week. We're going to be building. We're going to be building schoolrooms. We're going to be building houses for teachers. And it will be a very similar week to everything you've been doing so far. And we're going to expand on it by getting teachers, after we've left them with beautiful buildings, to make sure they get the education they deserve. We've put research into Kenya. The Kenyan government are welcoming all of you with open arms. They are absolutely ecstatic that what has become such a legendary force of amazing volunteers are coming to their country. We were all humbled this week by the presence of the President of South Africa, the leader in this nation. And his presence coming out to Wallerstein is another endorsement of what we have achieved here and what each of you have done. So I hope that this won't be the end journey for many of you. I need you in Kenya. And poor children need you in Kenya. And schools that have been half built need you in Kenya. And children who are not getting an education that's good enough need you in Kenya. And think about the little children that you've been watching all week and how they have moved your hearts. And come and experience the same feeling in Kenya next year. Our journey is not ending, it's changing. And the magic that is in this room is going to continue if some of you decide to come to Kenya with me. If you don't come, I will be forever grateful for everything you have done up to this journey, and you will always be a friend of our charity. And we look forward to keeping you in touch with what happens in Kenya. I want to just conclude by wishing you in our native language, Céad Míle Míle Fáilte, a welcome to the next journey in Kenya. Thank you very much. Thank you.